Welcome back, everyone. This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6 Pandemicraft. I meant to say Pandemicraft. Welcome to Pandemicraft. This is Jaronitis. Hello, Nip Kick of Justice. Nip Kick of Justice is one of the people that we have not seen very much recently. He didn't get the email for a while, so anyway, let me tell him. Anyway, so, oh, Max, I'm echoing a little bit on you again. Not very much, mind you, only when I'm really loud, but I figured I'd tell you. So, anyway, last episode I said I was going to kill slimes and build the general frame of my house. As you can see, I've done so, because I must have slime brick houses. It's my thing. Other people have their things. This is my thing. Bad slimes raining out of the sky. Die. Anyway, so in between episodes, I killed a whole bunch of slimes, and I built my house. And I probably should have recorded a little bit of this, but I was playing around with Chisel. Chisel is one of the mods on the Monster Pack that lets you make various different things. And I will display some of these things real quick with what I've made. You make a chisel. Let's see, well, actually, let's just show it real quick, just for fun. So chisels are incredibly easy to make. No, let's do a at. The chisels are simply any stick and a single piece of iron makes a chisel. Chisel runs forever. You don't have to worry about it ever breaking, and you can make all these different beautiful blocks. Feel free to just look up at Chisel and scan through these things and take a look at some of the stuff that you can make. In my case, what I have here in my hand, where is what I'm carrying around? I think it was early on. Well, anyway, let me just look at it real quick. It's the factory blocks. All right, so let's see, factory. I'm wanting to say they are on page 4, if I remember correctly, from when I made these things originally. Nope, that's dirt. Up here we are, factory blocks. So the different factory blocks are here, and this is what I use to make these because I like the idea of this being a factory kind of setting. So I've got the factory block from Chisel here, and I've got the factory block from Chisel here, and I've got, well, I'm mostly just going with all of these. So anyway, it's distracting having people coming and going. I had the smelter here before, and I decided to go ahead and put in the flooring to be of a caution yellow and black setup. So you're melting metals, you got to be cautious, you get burned. Not really going to get burned in the game, but the point is that for you to see what's going on. So, oh, sorry. You've been AFK on the channel for a long time. I thought maybe you were sleeping and not paying attention. Either way, so when you have the chisel in your hand, you right-click it, and it brings up this little menu, and it lets you carve blocks. Okay, so I can take like obsidian, and I can put obsidian here, and I can carve all these different things out of obsidian. Okay, I can make the obsidian snakestone head, which makes him look like a little snakestone. And I'm not going to place those because I actually need this obsidian for a minute. But you can always just change it right back. So there's no loss in doing this. The main factory block, okay, you can make all these different blocks. Yeah, the yellow and black hazard block, and then the orange and white hazard block. I use those to outline my stuff here. Now, if you notice, I just closed my inventory, and if you look at the bottom here, you see that Chisel has a block with it. So it actually stores the block that you have in there in the chisel. So you can go through various ones of these, and you can see all kinds of fun stuff that we can do with them. And I have chosen to make my walkway in my house in this way. Hey, hero.
Hello.
Welcome to my house.
Fancy.
Not really, but I'm working on it. So anyway, you can also do the iron bars. The iron bars are just your normal everyday iron bars, but you chisel them. And there's a lot of really fun things you can do with just normal iron bars. Okay, you got just your basic iron bars without a frame, and then iron cage bars, thick iron grid, and so on. And you can make them all different ways, and those are actually very cool. So definitely, if you're playing on the Monster Pack, check out Chisel because there's a lot of really fun and cool things that you can do with Chisel. So let's see, what else was I going to cover? Oh yeah, I need to make something. So I was moving things out of my old house, and breaking chests, picking up items, and moving stuff back over is a royal pain in the butt. Okay, and normally I would use my portal gun so that I can move things that way, but I don't have a portal gun because portal guns are hard to come by. So instead, we're going to use a different mod to move things. We're going to use a mod called Random Things. Okay. Hey, Hero, didn't you say that the Random Things mod author is on the server with us?
Yes.
Which one was he?
He is XX Summon XX. He's online
Oh,
right now.
oh, he's Some. Well, isn't that nifty? All right, I could never. Well, I remember his email and his name and his other thing were all different, and I could never remember who was who. So anyway, so ironically enough, we're going to use some of Sums. We're going to use some of Sum's stuff. So we're going to use a block mover. Okay, block mover is simply 3 obsidian and 2 ender pearls, and we're going to go ahead and make one of these. Okay, this thing basically works just like a portal gun's ability to move things. It can move any blocks actually. You can move dirt. And it's gone. And there it's back. And you can move 100 items, essentially, by doing this way. And you can, oops, sorry, openable inventories, you have to shift right-click. So, boop, that chest is now gone. Now, the chest is now stored in the item mover's inventory, although you can't actually see it. You can't see that it's there, but trust me, it is. See, there it is. So I imagine, and there is still stuff in it, right? Oh, thank God. Okay, it was supposed to work that way, but I wasn't sure. So this is going to make it a lot easier to move stuff back and forth. Now, there is one called a mob mover, and I'm going to be very curious to do some research into that and see exactly how that works. So for now, we're just going to move this stuff back and forth and get everything situated. Thanks for stopping by, Hero.
I'll be back. I'm getting a crescent hammer.
I've got a crescent hammer. I just haven't rotated the... I'm going to rotate them all at once I move them all. You have a thing about them facing the wrong direction too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, don't feel alone. You're not. I do it too. So anyway, in the random things, you move things 100 times before this breaks. Now, well, now that's interesting. I wonder. I'm looking at this and seeing that. Ah, okay. So when you have an item stored in it, it glows like it's enchanted, and when you don't have an item in it, it doesn't. As you see, when I just picked that up, now it's got the little glow going across it like it's enchanted. So that's the way you can tell that you have something in it. So that's good to know. So one more chest, well, one more double chest, and we will be done moving stuff out of the old house and into the new one. Alright, good. So now that is done. And more organization will take place later. I could have moved this all off camera, but I wanted you guys to be able to see that we can move things around. Hooray! So, a couple things we need to go over. I'm gonna do a couple things, and I'm gonna talk about something else while I'm doing certain things. And knowing me, this will wind up being hilarious because I'm horrible at doing this kind of stuff. You know, multitasking and whatnot. So it turns out that Don Meister, one of our other people, has created a couple things up at spawn, a couple of fun things to have around, a general store and a glass obsidian and smooth stone generator, and he also, as part of his general store, he put out for sale my head on a platter, apparently. And for some reason, he thought that would be a good idea, and where in the world did that... Get back here. My energy cell is trying to escape. Anyway, he thought that my head on a platter was a great item to be for sale. Where? Thank you. Gotta remember to move that down lower so it can be safer. Anyway, so yeah, my head on a platter. He decided to put that one of the items out for sale was going to be a bounty on my head, which I thought was, kind of funny. And it wound up not being quite so funny and a little bit more serious. He put it out last night, and unbeknownst to him, somebody came along, found it, and paid him to kill me. Twice. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. You didn't die.
Actually, I did die.
And they buried you. And they buried you in the sand. And the sand had worms in the worm. Never mind. So, anyway. So, apparently he was paid to kill me. Not only to kill me, but to kill me twice. I got on this morning, and he informed me that he had an extra space in his shop, and he filled it with a kill Geranitis thing, just as a, haha, funny kind of thing. And somebody took him more seriously than he had thought that they would. And because they had already paid him, he was obligated to fulfill the contract that he had signed. And
did he get your head?
I don't think... If he did, he didn't tell me. He didn't mention that he had gotten my actual head on a platter. But, who's to know, right? He gave me back my inventory. But anyway, I'm getting back to that. Y'all are getting ahead of me here. And that's easy to do, I know. But so we were going through, and he's like, I just wanted to let you know that, I've been paid to kill you. And I was like, oh, okay, what? And, but, he was nice. He informed me that he was being paid to kill me. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's fine. I said, I've got my cleaver. I will defend myself, just as long as you know. Hey, Hero, it just shows me that you are viewing the inventory of Hero.
Yep.
Why does it show that on the chat log?
I wanted to put a chest on my head.
I'm sorry?
Chest on my head. Just that.
What does that have to do with viewing your inventory?
You can't do it in vanilla. You have to look at your own inventory, and then put a block where your headpiece is. You can get block heads.
Did not know that. Very interesting. So anyway, where was I? So yeah, being paid to kill me. So he tells me that he's been paid to kill me, and that's gonna be all well and good. And I was like, whatever. I've got my cleaver. I can take care of myself. And then I waited and I waited and I waited and nothing happened. And I said, okay, well, nothing's happening. I'm sure that he will fulfill his contract whenever he sees fit, but I'm not going to be held up waiting for him. I'll just generally watch my step until this is taken care of, and I'll just kill him when he bothers me. So and that seemed like it would be all well and good. It wasn't. So I promptly forgot, as I'm prone to do, as everyone who knows anything about me knows I'm prone to do. And when I forgot, he said, oh, it was like an hour later. He's like, oh, by the way, I did a couple things at Spawn. Come check them out. I think you'll think they're pretty cool. And being the genius that I am, having completely forgotten about this, I said, oh, new stuff at Spawn. Cool. I'll go take a look at that. And I walked over to my book. I clicked on the book. I said, teleport me to the mining age so that I can see what's going on here. And then I teleported in to the main room, of which we use to teleport back and forth in the mining age. And he proceeded to hack me to death. And I saw him and I said, wow, he's got some weird potion effects showing right there. And then, oh my god! And he just hacked me to death. And I was like, wow, that's kind of special. And so he killed me. And I was like, well, okay, I guess, you did warn me. It was fair. You told me you were going to do it. And he did, and that's okay. I'm not gonna fault him for killing me. It was he told me he was gonna do it. I can. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna fault him. That's a lie, a blatant lie, I might add. Um, anyway, so it could be argued that he only did what he was paid to do, and I should be mad at the person who paid him. And that's true. I should be mad at the person that paid him. However, there's more to it than that. Being mad at the person that paid him is okay, but the fact that he offered the service to begin with is kind of a thing too. So we are going to take slight offense at people offering the service of murdering me. So that being the case, I'm going to store a couple of little things right here, and we are going to go for a visit. We are going to go say hello to our dear friend, Donmeister.
You could pay me to kill him.
Why? Why pay for something I can do for myself and smile the whole time?
I'll do it for free.
But that's okay. No, I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill him. I am taking it deeper than that. I'm going to his base. I'm going to his base, and we're going to have some fun. You should not follow me. It will not be pleasant, and you might wind up getting stuck horribly at his base.
Can I watch?
Do what now?
Can I come watch?
There's not going to be a whole lot to see. From my perspective, there'll be a whole lot to see. But from other perspectives, you probably won't be quite so happy. You might wind up stuck, and I don't want you to get stuck, and I don't want you to undo some of the prank by undoing some of the prank.
I was so confused for a second. I opened your green ender chest, and I thought it was a vanilla ender chest. I'm like, when did I get all of these cool items?
Yeah, no.
But can you not?
Alright, so first things first, this is the store, by the way. Here it says bounty has been set. Very nice. That portal that I just got rid of right there was a portal into his base that he was using to go back and forth from his base to spawn. That had to go because I don't want him being able to get through that way. By the way, yes, it says 2 bounties have been set on Geronitis. What he neglected to do was update the sign to say they have been fulfilled. So now I'm going to, real quick, put here bounties carried out. Vengeance served. Alright. So now he can't get back to his base except by teleporting through the mining world as I'm about to. Now, he might come through here and he's going to say, well, I'll just shoot the portal again. And yeah, he could. He really could. Which is why I'm going to go to the other side and break that portal too. Alright, let's see. Donmeister's base. Alright, so I have made a very special and fun item specifically for the purpose of having this specific fun. Alright, there's that portal. Alright, both portals are now broken, so he can't get in and out other than this. So let's just do a quick review of what this is, and I'm not going to speak it out loud because people can't see what I'm doing. The people watching the video will see what I'm doing, but they won't see otherwise. So the people who are here watching my video can see that we have this item right here, read the screen, and this is how you make this. It's any kind of glass, by the way. It doesn't have to be these specific glasses, but you have that and the other glass. Alright, so now let us go forth and have fun in the base. Alright, so first thing I want to do is put a sign down. Let's put the sign here in his power room because he'll have to get in here. And I'm going to put down paid for... Whoops, how did I do that? Paid for does not make right. And signed, Geronitis. So, paid for does not make right. Signed, Geronitis. And here we go. Oh, wow. I'm actually, whoa, almost sticking myself in here. Whoops. Now, this isn't that big of a prank, considering it'll take some cleanup time, and it'll be probably fairly annoying, but it won't be the end of the world. It can be cleaned up. Whoops, got myself again. And this is why I didn't want anybody to come with me, because, trust me, I'm getting stuck doing it. You don't want to be here. And if anybody's warning Dom what I'm doing, please don't. This is too much fun to have him come in the middle of. Wow, these actually spread a lot more than I thought they would. On the plus side, you can't suffocate because of them, so that's probably a good thing. Oh, somehow it's making the elevator not function. That's okay. There we go. Assuming that he gets to dig his place out eventually, he will find the message and he will understand who did this and why. And then I'll probably die again. But I accept the possibility of that, and wow, this stuff really does spread. Alright, so let's take a step back and look at my work. I won't kill you back. There's no need for that. Oh, and then a zombie sneaks up behind me while I'm observing my work. Now that would be hilarious if he knocked me off this cliff and I died because of it. Alrighty, so that takes care of that, and now, since Mr. Hero's base is closest at hand, I will go use his teleport book to get out of here.
He's next to me.
Yeah. If you go to your base, you can probably see what I just did.
Oh, not as long as he's not like inside of me. I was gonna build like a town there. Eventually, one of these days.
Ow.
Which way am I looking?
East.
Oh, is he behind the mountain?
No, he's in the mountain.
What?
Let me find... You have a way to get up on your roof, right?
Yeah. What? That's my mountain.
Hello. What are you wearing? Oh, that's not you. That's Nip. I'm sitting here going, this doesn't look right. Alright, how do you get upstairs from inside your house?
Oh, you don't. You have to go out and go around.
Oh.
What do you want to go outside? Or
I
upstairs?
want to go outside and get up on top of the house so I can look over and see if I can see what I did.
Oh, I see him over there. Why is he so close to me?
Ah, I fell off the roof. And yes, you can see it. So, I probably won't be around to get his reaction to it, but that's okay. He should not have, first off, put out a bounty on my head. Second off, carried out said bounty on my head. These things are not smiled upon.
I have to start taxing him for being so close.
Taxing him. Oh, I've got some of these left over. I wonder what I should do with them. Let's go to Mech's house.
Can you not?
Actually, I've got an even better plan. I'm going to throw him at his store. No, because if he spawns in at his store, he'll know what's coming. Yeah, no, we're not going to mess with the store. I don't want him to see ahead of time what's going to happen. And everything just froze. There it was. That was a nice little lag storm. Alrighty, so I had planned to do something else for this episode, but that was necessary. So take that. So, next thing I'm going to do is build some power armor to protect me from being utterly destroyed for doing this. Sorry, dude.
Can't even
It's fine.
get in there.
Get in where?
Oh.
Oh, I missed some. I came back to my house and there's like, I was like, wait, my house. My house has been flattened and there's water everywhere. What did you do while I was gone? And it's just.
It was me the whole time.
It was me the whole time. I forgot that I set the filler out to level my old house while I was gone.
Hi. You had the creeper explode outside my house.
Oh, that was my fault. Sorry. I was climbing the mountain and bad things happened. You have my apology, sir.
I'm trying to get around this creeper that's in front of my door, but I can't run.
Get back here, dirt block. Alrighty, so now we have this section here carved off, and we don't have to worry about that. And we're going to put that away, and we're going to take that off, and break this. Alright, the old house is no more. All I gotta do is go through here and fill it in with dirt so it will become nice grassy fields. And this has been new house stuff and revenge. Revenge. Alright, so in between episodes, I am probably going to get started working on a couple of little things. Oh, by the way, this is my Thaumcraft area. And this is my Mossy Temple block. Mossy Temple block, by the way, not the easiest thing in the world to make. Shut up, hero. And you make normal temple block, and then you throw a ball of moss from the Chisel mod at it, and it hits and goes squish, and moss goes everywhere. And that's how you get the Mossy Temple brick. It took me forever to figure that out. And then Hero's like, well, do you know how to make it? And I was like, Hero, do you know how to make this? And he was like, well, I can find out. And I was like, it'll take you forever to find out. Less than 5 minutes later, he's like, oh, you do this. And I'm like, I hate you.
Grumble, grumble.
Yes, indeed. So let's see. That's the other thing I wanted to show people before I quit this. I showed them that I used the factory block, but I didn't show them how to make the factory block. So when you're looking at the @Chisel, by the way, if you click on any of these things right here, it doesn't show you how to make them because you can't make them. You can't make them because they aren't makeable, they're only chiselable. You can make the first version. So if you go through and you find the first one that says factory block, which is right here, then you click this, it shows you how to make it. In this case, it's 4 iron ingots, and this is just smooth stone of any variety. And then it makes 32 factory blocks, which is really cool because it makes it very easy to use, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with those specifically, so that's why I liked to use those. They were easy to make, it made a whole bunch of them, and they actually look really cool. So this is the smeltery cage. And yeah, so that's it for this episode. Let's see, in between episodes, I'm going to start learning about, probably going to do some advanced genetic modifying. And mayhaps I will get started on a power suit, and if not a power suit, then some sort of better armor, because I have a feeling that I will have some retribution for what I just did. And once I find out who paid him to kill me, like anyone's going to fess up to it, I will deal with them as well. So until next time, this is Jaronitis signing off on episode 7. 7? 6. 7.
Did 6 last night, 7.
7. Episode 7 of Pandemicraft. And remember, help spread the gaming.